No songs around this campfire. They've got to get going. But I wonder what they might find when they get there.
You can see that they're all wearing black cloaks.
Okay, I can't see their faces.
One of them does actually have the hood down. And
Yes.
the face that you see is one of a...
Musty cellar?
It's one of a young woman with bright blue eyes and flowing purple hair.
Musty cellar!
It's the woman on the ticket.
Solar. Musty Solar.
I'm gonna... Okay, I actually have a plan now.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over there. Casually, I'm gonna pull up my
One of
friendly
them,
priest
hold on.
act.
One of them gets up to, like, get something from, like, I don't know, probably one of their, like, bags that they have sitting down, and they step on the lizard.
No!
Why? Oh no.
And the last thing you hear through the lizard's, I guess, ears, is like, oh, did I just... And then it cuts off.
Damn, Billy, why did you park your lizard here again?
So wait, who casted the familiar?
Lynch.
I did.
So, Lynn's the only one that actually sees this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Right.
I'm walking.
I mean, you can see, like, one of the figures off in the distance, like, pull their foot up as they, like, look down, and, like, just look down at what they stepped on. And you can see them, like, kind of throwing their arms down in a little bit of, like, a frustrated motion.
Not again.
Oh, but, yeah, anyway, I have a plan now.
Okay.
Let us hear it.
Walk over there. Have my friendly cleric act on.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him about the glory of Istis. I'm just gonna be a friendly visitor, gonna follow and be like, hello there.
Well, you see, they don't have a door to slam in your face, you dirty little Jehovah's Witness.
They don't have a door to slam in your face.
I mean, you're
actually,
not
they do.
wrong.
No.
Oh, you're wrong.
They don't. He's not wrong.
I'd like to talk to you about religion!
I'd like to
I'm a
talk to you
cleric,
about
what
my
do you
god.
expect me
God.
to talk about?
There's a hot new religion called Biecht.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Histom Leg?
Yuck.
Marlack worships Cthulhu.
I'm going towards
Geology.
the figures.
So I'm putting on my friendly cleric, you're gonna be another friendly visitor with me?
Yeah, sure.
A friendly goal.
Marlack's gonna come with to be a bodyguard. Maybe, probably not.
No, I'm gonna tell you to stay back, because I already know this is gonna be a
Yeah,
nightmare.
more
if
like
go
you should
along.
stay back.
Oh, okay.
I'm following.
Marlack's gonna
Very
cry 'cause he
slowly.
feels left out.
Well, so who's going forward? Is it just Gobi and Simon?
No, I'm going.
Oh my god.
Slowly.
Okay.
I'm trying.
What are you gonna do when you get there?
Is Lynn staying back?
Yes.
Keep an eye on Marlack.
So the ones that we have going forward are the ranger, the cleric,
And the fish.
I don't even have a class anymore. I'm just a
and
fish.
the rogue.
What was the fish's name?
Absol.
Absol the
Absol.
godfish.
Oh god, we need a more tankier class on our team.
We will
Marlack
not.
is the tankiest class, dude. Wizards.
Marlack is a
Wizards
wizard.
Rule.
We have two wizards.
Wizards rule.
The
Wizards are
unlucky wizards.
Wizard? You don't need really much of a tank if you have a good wizard who knows how to play wizard.
That's true.
And we have at least one.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Me. The DM.
What's the password? Wizards rule.
Well, Gulby's really strong.
He's-
Simon can heal.
He's not a tank in class,
but
in
he sure
spirit.
is a +8 strength.
Carry me, Golby.
No. And then I walk towards him.
Alright, you're walking toward them. And one of them sees you. And he kind of, like, looks at his friends and probably, you assume he's telling them that he sees 5 people.
I'm gonna friendly wave to them. Like-
One of them waves back, and it's the one who has the hood off. And she's just like, "Oh, hi."
Yeah, I'm just like, hi.
And then one of the others, kind of like hides behind, I guess, like one of the logs that they've dragged over here to sit on, and you get over there.
Okay, what are we going to do now that we're there?
We see where they're
Gobi,
hiding, right?
Well, they're not hiding. I mean, one of them is. The other,
We see where one of them is hiding.
just kind of like behind the log that they've dragged over here to
Okay.
sit on. I mean, not like super hiding, but just like,
Oh, so just shy.
oh good, I did an archetype.
Oh.
So what are you gonna say, Sivan?
Hello. We are weary travelers, and we were wondering if we can
Hey, weren't you in the
with
train
and-
station?
We're very weary from trying to travel since I think we're getting some really bad delays. So we are just trying to get to our location anyway.
Okay. What do you want with us?
Got any
You
cookies?
got a fire.
Wait,
I have
wait,
food.
wait. What did you say?
Got any cookies? Still hungry.
Why am I doing
Hang in there, man.
My charisma is 17, yet I can't speak for crap.
that? I know, it's bizarre. It's very bizarre. So, the Musty, you guys figured this out by now. It's Musty, the one you saw on the ticket.
It's Musty Cellar.
Mm-hmm.
Stop calling her Musty Cellar,
We're gonna call her Musty Cellar.
you monsters.
I actually forgot her real name because you
Musty
guys keep
Solar.
on...
Mustry
Yeah, Solar.
Solar.
See,
guys-
Lynn is attentive.
That's good.
Am I the only one taking this seriously?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, that's rude.
No.
Gobi's here.
Golby.
Lynn rolls her eyes.
Golby's doing nothing. Golby's dying.
He's not dying. He just doesn't know what to do in the midst
He's
of
dying
all your
inside.
chaos.
Like 3 of them aren't really paying attention to you guys. But one of the others walks up to you. She's still hooded, but you can tell it's a woman as she speaks to you. And she says, "Where are you all headed?"
Honestly, I've been so many places, I forgot the name. I'm not kidding you, Max. I actually forgot what the name of the city was.
Well, I mean, if your character
Portland.
forgot... Huh? It was not Portland!
Oh yeah,
Port-
it was Portland.
Poland.
do you mean Port Modia?
Port Modia.
Portland.
Yeah, Portland.
Colby didn't actually say
Port
Portland.
Modia.
Or did
Oh yeah,
say
Port
Portland?
Modia.
Port Modia. Okay.
We're heading there too.
What do you mean 2?
As well.
After Portland.
Well, no, like... After Portland. Stop! After Portland.
Here, I'm gonna... I might try to sell this a bit more, because I'm gonna...
Are you gonna... Okay, go for it. Do what
Okay.
you want to do.
I am just a weary but good follower of Istis.
Oh.
Just trying to find a way to get rid of
Oh
it.
no.
That religion's
Just
not
trying to
welcome
find a way to get rid of this curse. I look at her in the eyes, trying to be like, help me. Like
Why
my actions say I'm trying, but my eyes say I'm not.
Okay.
Remember, it's in the features and traits. Commoners will do what they can to help you.
Commoners.
What's to say that these are noblemen of some sort?
They're probably not. I don't.
And their
they-
butt heads.
They certainly don't look
Are
like
they boisterous?
Well, they're all wearing like black robes.
Oh, so are you
Are
saying
they
a nobleman
nobles?
can't wear a black robe?
Well, no, I'm saying that they're probably not commoners.
First
They
of all,
look very.
so lizards
no, they
aren't
look like
people.
very. Sorry, the robes look pretty fancy. They definitely aren't cheap.
I'm gonna look at their... once I notice that it's a bit more fancy, I'm like...
I don't think the mic even picked that up.
I just lightly whisper aside myself, just damn.
You guys said something about the train station?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we might. There's no point. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Golby nods.
Colby nods. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot to explain about what happened at the train station.
I have all the time in the world.
Did Sheriff Creekblood send you after us?
Who?
I'm leaving.
Sheriff Creekblood, I don't know her.
Her?
I just raise my hands up, and I go, you can explain, and he did give us the tasks, but we know nothing of what's going on. So, if you really have a good reason to do to do this,
Do the thing.
yes,
Whoa.
we'll let you go.
Well, it's kind of a long story. So, I guess, take a seat. And she points to the circle of, like, logs that they've dragged over here from...
I'm gonna sit down.
Alright. I gesture
Are
everyone
you
to
guys
come
gonna,
here.
like, walk over here yet, or not? Are you just gonna, like, let
Yeah.
these two do this?
I'm gonna pull out my
We'll walk over.
rations from my priest pack, and I'm gonna start cooking them,
Okay.
so people can have some some food.
Barlock's gonna come over, hands in his pocket, being like, howdy, 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 howdy.
Oh my god. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Hey, I'm being hospitable and cooking them my rations.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
Marlax just wanted to be included.
You're doing fine being reasonable. So, the others aren't really saying anything yet, except for the one who spoke earlier, the other woman who is still wearing the hood. But Mustry, she sits down on one of the logs, as you all, sit down around this campfire. The sun is starting to set. Well, it's pretty much set at this point. It's getting dark out.
Better get my blanket out. Getting ready to sleep.
And
I'm kidding.
Mustry starts off by saying, look, whatever you do, I wouldn't trust that sheriff.
Why so?
Why?
But he's cute.
Yeah!
He's married, hun.
But
it doesn't
he's
change
cute.
the fact that, oh boy.
Cute.
Don't worry. We have no reason to abide the law.
We really don't.
I don't think any of us really want to anyway.
What's a
I don't
law?
particularly care.
What's a
Law, I don't know her.
Oh,
So wait, so the others you've just, like, walked over, right?
yeah. Marlax's like, howdy, howdy,
Mhm.
howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yeah. Mustry, as you guys walk over, she looks at each and every one of you. Just, like, getting a first glance at each of you. But Lynn, when she sees you, she pauses for a second. It isn't, like, super long, but something has made her, like, look at you for a little bit longer. Yeah, you might think maybe it's just because you're an avian, and avians aren't very common around this area. But it might be something else.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I love the idea of that, that she would pause and, like, look at an avian, because, like, that's not common in this area, but wouldn't pause over a mermaid flopping around everywhere, and a blue candy cane, and 2 dragonborns.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it has something to do with the ticket.
yeah, well, as you sit down, Lynn, she She looks at your bag. She doesn't say anything, but she looks at your bag. Or I'm assuming...
Does she have X-ray vision?
No. But she looks at your bag, and something... You don't know what, but something in that bag has tipped her off. But she goes on explaining, after kind of glancing at Absol as well. Because mermaid... No, well, the coast is really nearby, so it's not that peculiar to see a mermaid. Mermaids aren't that common, but like, there is water pretty close by, so it wouldn't be that out of the ordinary.
Okay, but how many mermaids have you seen out of the water? Checkmate atheist.
Plus, most of them in D&D have legs.
You don't know what Mustery has and hasn't seen.
You don't know!
You don't know what I do. I was on Disney.
It's not a phase, Dad.
On Disney!
You don't know me. You're not my real dad.
I was on Disney!
You don't know what I do! I was on Disney!
I was on Disney.
When they ask
I
you if you're
can't
fine,
believe
you
they
say you're
chose the
fine, but you're really
Orson.
not fine.
Excuse me, sir, but what's this Disney?
What's a
That
Disney?
isn't what...
What a Disney
Disney
World?
Disney
What a
World.
Disney! Mustery goes on explaining, well, thing is... where should I start with this? We're a group of scientists. We kind of
Is that what they call them now?
It's just an experiment. No. And, well... she looks over at the other one who's spoken to you. And she says, Orem here found sort of like a lack of like fluctuations after a recent eruption from Mount Turyang up to the northeast, and she noticed that there were no vibrations in like the ground like there should have been, and that kind of got us all together. She contacted all of us and got us all together to like look into this and why it was happening. Well, long story short, something is making these things with a lot of magical power, and one of them was in the possession of that sheriff.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Could you say
And
that again?
shady.
I blinked. I'm not saying I wasn't, but I'm not saying I was listening, so would you repeat the whole thing?
And she repeats the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
So the sheriff has something...
It's
He's hiding something?
How powerful is it?
underneath that town. Sheriff Creekblood has, or at least had, created a small army of giant mechanical robots that we had to take out.
I knew
You
that
sound
accent
just like
wasn't
Griffin right now.
trustworthy.
Shut up!
No, it's good. I like it.
Leave me alone!
This is harassment. I won't stand for it.
How is it harassment?
Well, long story short, we retrieved it, but obviously at the cost of that train station.
Wait, retrieved what? The army or?
No, the thing he used.
Ah,
It's called the Mechanax wrench.
that sounds really stupid. Where can I get one?
I'm gonna check to see if they're lying.
Okay.
A solid 50. Should that be investigation or perception?
More like insight.
Insight.
No?
Oh,
Insight.
insight? Then 16.
What was the name of it? The
she's not lying.
Mechanax Ranch?
Mechanax wrench.
Okay.
Okay, so I finished cooking up the rations.
Yes, she isn't lying.
I'm handing out to everybody and trying to process what the heck is... Like, what... Like, I'm just trying to process everything.
Okay.
So are you presuming that the sheriff is the head of this project that you saw? Or know of?
We don't think so. He somehow got a hold of this thing. The thing is that these...
I hand her the ticket. And say that the sheriff gave it to
I
me.
fucking knew it! And she snatches it from your hand. Or from your, I guess, your wing. Or whatever you would use.
You have a hand.
She doesn't have wings.
Oh, she just has... That seems... Okay.
That's
She
right.
has hands.
I remember that from the character thingy.
Okay, yeah, whatever, she has hands. She snatches it from your hand and she's like, I fucking knew it! Sorry, I dropped this back at the train station when we were getting out of there. Aram, the one she pointed to earlier, has taken off her hood at this point. And you see, underneath her hood, you see a dragonborn, believe it or not. Mostly dragon, but she's like a light, kind of like the color of an orange, but a little bit paler.
What, did a dragon fucking Oompa Loompa or something?
The Scaly continues.
I'm gonna say hi in Draconic.
Ba-doop-ba-doopity-doo.
I'm gonna greet her in Draconic, be like, hello.
Okay. Hi. I don't really know why you needed to do that, but that... Hi.
I didn't say that in thing. No.
Confusion after my greeting, how rude.
Well, she's been here the whole time.
Well, I didn't know she was a dragonborn.
Okay.
Anyway, so go on, what was the dragonborn gonna say?
I don't think she was gonna say anything. She just took off her hood.
And I embarrassed myself. Okay, we got that clear.
Yep.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I mean...
Yeah, like, do you have any clues?
Any clues? Well, Arm's speaking up at this point. Well, we found the wrench. We reclaimed it. And we're gonna take it back up north to where we're based.
Should we just go back and lie to Sheriff what's-his-name?
Mustry at this point is spoken up. Sheriff
Fucking-
Creekblood. Mustry speaks up, and she's like shaking her head aggressively, like, no. And she's like, no, you really should not do that.
Howdy.
He will, who knows, he might still have some of his army left hidden away. And I'm pretty sure if you come back and disappoint him, he will not hesitate to have you killed.
He will shoot you in the face dead.
But I have really good persuasion skills.
I flirted with him. I almost died.
I wouldn't risk it.
Don't worry, guys. I'll cast Charm Person on him.
You have that?
You motherfuckers.
You have that!
I didn't
You
account for this.
fuckers messed up this.
I didn't account for this.
You've had that this
Then
whole
let's do
time?
it.
If you do this, the session ends. And we have a really odd amount of audio to work with, which is to say an hour and a half. Which will not turn out an hour, exactly.
Okay, so... what are we gonna do?
Well, Arm speaking up. Well, you could follow us to Port Modia, if that's where you were going anyway.
Let's go to Portland!
Portland.
Yeah, let's go.
What's
To the realm of
Portland?
hipsters.
I've never
Yeah,
heard of Portland in
time,
my life.
time to go to Portland.
Oh, it's a great place!
It's a great
Port
place, but you don't want to go
Modia.
there. It's kind of weird.
Well, we're gonna stay here the night. One of the guys in the cloak, who's still in his cloak, he kind of speaks up, and he's like, sure as hell don't feel like
Oh
staying
shit,
out
my
much longer."
audio's starting to mess up.
Hey, Alfred, you passed out rations to all of us, yeah?
Eat food.
Yes, they are fully cooked
Yes.
and delicious.
Well, Marlak's going to feed his bag of ants with half of the food.
Bag of ants.
Oh yeah, he has a bag of ants.
A bag of holding with a shit ton of ants in it.
Yeah, that's why.
That's a lot
why
of
he doesn't
ants
have-
if they can eat half of her
That's
his
why he
food.
didn't. He would have started with 15 gold, but I took away 10 so that he could have that and one other thing.
Okay, it's back.
All right. So, Ross, you asked what the guy spoke up and said.
Yeah.
He just said, "I'm pretty sure I don't want to stay up any longer anyway."
Alright, I relate. I get ready to go to bed, I guess.
I whip out my blanket.
Well, I'm surely you guys have, like... Jimmy, your brother.
Yeah, okay. Here, I'll be right back.
Go yell at him,
Go
please.
slap him.
Stab him.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Stab
be
him.
right back.
Stab him! Stab him!
Stab him! Stab him!
Stab him!
Stab him!
Stab him! Stab him!
Stab him! Stab him! Stab him!
Stab.
Stab! Stab! Candy canes, candy canes.
The best
Lick
use
'em
of
in
peer
a spear,
pressure.
Kill your enemies. Stab!
Ho ho homicide.
It's May.
He's been stabbed.
Thank God.
Finally.
If you guys hear him, I'll go stab him again.
You're gonna pull like a fucking Julius Caesar where you have to stab him like 27 times.
Boisterous Fellows raw audio, but every time we want to stab AJ, it does get
Boisterous
faster.
Fellows raw audio, but every time AJ gets stabbed, it gets 10 times louder.
Fuck memes.
Anyways.
What did you say about memes?
I said we should play the game.
That's what you said.
Oh, well, we should, honestly. But what's a game?
I don't know what a game
It's a
is.
meme.
Do you not?
Colby going to bed.
Are you just
I've never
two?
played a game in my life.
Same.
Alright, so... I mean, you guys are basically eating at this point. Is there anything you want to, like, ask them?
I think I've asked enough.
Nah.
You just pass out after eating?
I'm not even sure I ate. I just was tired. Again.
Colby passes out. Wait, no. Colby, roll a constitution check. Colby, roll a constitution
God.
check.
See if you go into a coma or not.
15.
Oh, okay. So, oh man, I wish you had a low roll. I would have made you pass out and just, like, fall to the ground, but instead you rolled a 15, which is probably constituted enough to still be awake but sleepy.
Okay.
Simon's gonna find a nice soft patch of ground. Gonna,
Oh!
get ready for bed by doing the reasonable thing, which is putting his staff and his leg as far away from it as possible, and going under the blanket and saying night.
Night.
Tuck myself in. Good night.
Uh...
I know what Colby does.
He drops his D10. My D10, actually.
No, but I know what he does. Instead of sleeping, since he's just sleepy, he starts writing a letter.
Okay. What you can do is you can, like, write that letter physically, and then... I mean, you don't have to say it out loud, because obviously everybody else isn't gonna know. But, unless you, like, say, "Hey guys, come read this letter! I need someone to check it to make sure I spelled it
No.
right." But you can, like, write it down physically, and then give it to me, the DM. And then
Okay.
whenever it comes up.
Me,
I'll read it
the
later.
DM, in case nobody knew.
Me, God. Hi, I'm God.
Mimi big boy.
How bad me be?
Bad enough to reach into the cup physically with your hand and grab ice out of it.
How
Yeah.
bad me be.
Oh, you grabbed a lot of ice. Oh, no.
It's a ball of ice.
Oh, no.
Mimi
It's a
big
horror. It's an
boy.
eldritch horror.
Alright. What do y'all do?
So, Golby, you're writing a letter. Simon's going to bed. What about, you, Lynn?
I guess we're all going to bed?
I mean, they're still, like, eating, so...
Hmm.
These two just, like, ate and went to bed, or whatever.
We ate
Yeah.
and went home.
I'll leave them down.
Yeah, you went, like, across the nation in one night to go back to your home. So, I mean, while you're eating, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Eat?
Eat in silence? Okay. How about you, Marlac?
I'm gonna go over to Musty Cellar and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Fine. What? Did you just call me Musty Cellar?
Yeah, that's your name, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh. Like, Marlack collapses as his whole life has been shattered. Everything he thought true apparently isn't.
My name is Boyland.
Oh.
My name is Boy Fell. Because boy, he fell.
My name is Mustery Solar. She kind of has a smirk on her face.
Musty Cellar, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Mustery Solar.
Musty Cellar, that's what I said.
Why do you keep saying Musty
Okay,
Cellar?
that's fine. Okay.
I just realized something. Okay, Simon's gonna quickly sit up before he goes to sleep and says, I just remembered! None of us know each other and we never introduced ourselves.
Oh,
I know.
that sucks.
Yeah, too bad.
I like to go get ice cream.
You're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Doesn't mean I can't get ice cream, motherfucker.
I'm the DM. Roll a d20.
You can find milk from somewhere.
I got a 15.
Well, you hallucinate having ice cream, and it's pretty darn satisfactory.
Oh boy, an ice cream truck.
Well, damn, this is some tasty swirl cone.
And then you stop hallucinating, and you're like, oh wait,
Oh, my life's a lie.
are you gonna eat the food that Simon made?
Here, is there like a thing of water nearby?
They probably have, like a jug or something.
I'm gonna
somewhere.
piss in it, use Kill Touch on it, and then lick it like a lollipop.
You're not gonna
Popsicle. It's a popsicle.
I have a better idea.
Yeah?
Why don't we progress the story?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Why don't we progress the story?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Marlack's gonna
Marlack, your
climb up
turn
a
is
tree.
over. What about you,
and see.
Absol?
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat and, watch stuff happening.
Okay.
Because it's kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so...
Mustery and Orium are kind of talking. You can't really hear what they're talking about. They're kind of, like messaging back and forth. You see them being like, hey, like with their fingers, like you do when you cast message. Like the little pointing thing, but, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna look up if you could throw up from stress. Don't ask why, but
Think you
but
can?
the first, when I put, can you throw up, there's the first result.
Can you throw up poop?
That just popped up. Can you throw up poop? I don't know.
Can you throw up poop?
Can you? I'm gonna see what the result is.
Does Bruno Mars is gay? Can you throw
No.
up the poop?
The rumor come out.
Does Bruno Mars
Can
throw
we
up
just
poop?
play the game for God's
Does
sake?
Bruno Mars throw up poop?
Anyway, we gotta progress the story.
Well, basically, you guys go to sleep.
I got sleepy.
They all go to sleep. And the next morning, you guys kind of start to gather up, like, all the things that you have here at the site. And, you basically head off toward Port Modia. And after, like, 4 or so days of walking, you arrive. And it's a decent-sized city.
4 days of walking as a fish.
fish.
You mean flopping?
Yeah, flopping across.
Welcome to the flop house.
I can't wait to get on to the edgy stuff.
Marlack's still on his quest for mad puss.
I mean, I like Mad Puss as much as the next gal, but, this phase has been going on for too long. It's not a phase. It's who I am.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Every teenager.
Every teenager's too high at 17.
Yep.
When I'm sad.
Saw that coming.
When I'm sad, I make myself some mac and cheese. I don't remember the rest of that. It's just like a stupid Tumblr post.
And I stared out the window.
That's right. And shape, I don't remember it.
And I go, it's macaroni time.
Can I have some of that macaroni?
Oh, God.
As you arrive in Port Modia,
Portland.
shut up. Stop calling it Portland. You're besieging my name.
Do they have a Starbucks here in Portland?
No, they don't.
It's a star.
Don't insult God.
Port
Starcrux.
Modia, and shut up.
How many hipsters
as-
do they have?
10.
10, exactly 10.
Wait, 10 what?
10 hipsters. As you guys arrive, you see the buildings are like really tall.
That's some tall buildings.
Especially off towards like the outsides of the city, where it looks like that's mostly like apartments.
I
and
think those are walls.
stuff. Roll a perception check.
I got a 1.
Those are definitely not walls.
Oh, okay.
You have no clue where you are or who you are in life.
You see a sign and you think it says "puke in bucket."
I don't think I needed to roll to know that, Alfred.
I love this. We should do this more often. As you guys
We should do
arrive,
this again sometime.
as you guys arrive in Port Modia, the group of scientists, they turn to you. Mustry is like, "Well, we need to talk to a friend. You guys can kind of just like hang out here. You guys should probably buy ferry tickets."
Is your friend Dusty Attic?
No. Leave me alone, okay? And she and the others kind of walk off. Down
Now
the
look what
street.
you've done.
I'm sorry.
You've gone and made a mess.
I didn't mean it.
When will this man shut up?
And
Should we just describe, like, how our characters are reacting to being in the big city with all the lights and
well,
the
it's not the biggest city.
city.
It's a decently sized city. It's not the hugest though.
taking
Does this
down
have a
to
red
the
light
city,
district?
City where the girls are city.
Oh my god.
Well, Colby's never been to a city.
I've never
Or
been.
at least a decently sized one. To a
Well,
big one.
boy, have you been to a red light district there?
No.
Well, boy, there is a life
Immediate.
that you're not living.
Can you stop with that accent? It's miserable. And they kind of head south. They head south down the street, perpendicular to the one that you just walked down to get into the city. And then they turn left.
Thanks for letting us know where they turn.
You're welcome.
I thought they...
They're probably going to the ferry, right?
No. They said they have to talk to a friend.
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
They're gonna go get drugs for us.
Musty
gonna get
Seller's
drugs.
gonna talk
They're
to
gonna get that
Dusty
good
Attic.
kush.
His name's not Dusty Attic.
Anyway.
But you guys are free to kind of just like mess around in the city for a little bit.
I have to...
But they
Let's go
recommend...
sightseeing. Let's go shopping.
I'm gonna go to the red light district and get that man puss.
You do that. You go.
Alright, well, like basically on every street corner there's like a small map of the city, kind of just like sitting there.
I'm gonna have to say this now. Simon is completely overwhelmed. He is not used to being in the city. He's a little country boy. Yeah, he's starting to panic. He's starting to panic. He's like, okay, everybody, I'm going. You guys have fun. I'll be back, and if I'm not back, I'm dead.
He walks back to the campsite.
Yeah, all the way to the campsite just so he can call.
No.
No, he's like
4
completely...
more
Go to your
days
happy
later.
place.
It is now July.
I stop him like, we can hang out outside the city. It's fine. I don't really have anything I want to do here either.
Is this
Okay.
friendship?
Sure.
You should ask each other your names then.
Oh yeah, we don't know each other. We'll do that once we're outside the city.
You are outside the city.
Oh yeah.
You're like on the first street of the city. You're barely
But
in
that's still in the city.
Yeah.
There's only buildings on one side of the street.
It's still in the city. I go towards out the city.
You cross
I
the
follow.
street, you're outside of the city.
Good.
What is there to do in the city?
Leave
Red
the
light
city.
I don't know, these two are having a stupid conversation.
Oh yeah, we need to talk and actually know each other. Like
What are your names?
Golby.
Simon.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Marlac.
Gotta sing it and everything.
The new hit musical on Broadway.
Shitty Character, the musical.
Edgy OCs, the
We have
movie.
fun here on Boisterous Fellows. But we'd like to take a moment to support the arts, which this is not.
I'd like to take a moment to talk about our sponsors for today. This episode is sponsored by Squarespace.
That's a pretty square
This
space.
episode is sponsored by Squarebox and Nature Space.
There's some pretty good boxes and spaces there, matey. You should go check it out.
Shut up.
This episode of Boisterous Fellows is sponsored by Green Apron.
You eat grass.
Grass,
Not
there
to
you
be
go.
confused with Green Giant.
Alright, so did you guys just like all walk out of the city and back across the street to talk to each other?
That's just me
Uh-huh.
and Simon, I guess.
Well, I mean, what did the other guys do? Did they walk out with them, or did they just like plunge headfirst into the city? Bless you.
Why are we here?
Yeah, like, why were we going here in the first place?
That's
Into
a
the
story
city.
decision for each of you to make.
Oh yeah.
Marlac.
I don't know, I'm not- I am your god, but like,
Wait, shit, I do have something to do. And I keep forgetting it.
what is it?
I'm gonna go send a letter.
To whom?
Okay.
I guess you're just gonna ditch me outside of the city. Goodbye, Dragonborn stranger. I never even knew your name.
Alright,
too.
so I
You
guess...
can come with me.
Oh. I'm just gonna stay out here. Just to be safe.
Hold on, let me...
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, you're gonna have to find the post office.
Which I will continue to do.
I need
Third
to organize my... I need to freaking organize my city notes more better than this. Did I forget to put a post office here? I swear I put one here.
I said I would be sending letters too.
Yeah, I know, and I swear I put a post office in this city, but I don't know, I can't see it.
Rip.
Alright, as you look at the map, before you even roll a perception check.
21.
Yeah, you walk over to the nearest map, but as soon as you do, you see out of the corner of your eye...
Shia LaBeouf.
No, you don't, no. You see, the building kind of on the end of the city. On, like, the last block. And it says on the sign, it's on this street, on the end of the street, and it says Port Modia, Train Depot, and Post Office.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna look around the city.
Okay. Well,
What do I find?
you find a whole lot of, like, residential buildings where people will live, like, apartments and whatnot. You find, like, a couple restaurants, quite a few, like, merchandise shops. And then you see some, like, you know, like a homeless shelter and, like, a soup kitchen and whatnot in one area of the town. There's the typical, like, city utilities, like, you know, a police station and a fire department, a hospital. There's, like, a public school. There's a bunch of stuff.
Is that all?
There's also a tavern and a couple, like, repair shops and stuff for, like, tourists who are just arriving in the city.
Is there a red light district?
No.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's why.
I'm gonna go have lunch at
A
a
red light
restaurant.
district is a part of a town sectioned off for prostitutes.
And the good, and like the strip clubs and the good stuff.
Yeah, there's not that, though.
Yo,
What
if you can't
shitty
find
town
one,
is
Not that
this?
anyone will tell you about.
If you can't find one, make one.
Yeah. I'll make a brothel, don't worry.
Well, okay. Before you do that, like, Absol and Marlac, what are you guys gonna do? And I guess, Simon, are you gonna just, like, seriously just hang outside?
I'm gonna hang outside the city and make myself some nice flower crown.
You could probably find food in the city, like...
I'm gonna give Sivan some company
Okay.
and probably
Again,
also
some
hit
nice
on
flower
him.
crowns.
That's...
I'm just gonna wander around the
That's
town.
disappointing, because there's something that I thought might come up that you might want to see.
Oh.
I'm gonna casually stroll down the town.
Well, at least we get flower crowns.
Fine, I guess I'll go the other way then.
No flower crowns for you, bitch.
Okay. Are you gonna just like hang out with Lynn?
Yeah.
And then Marlak, are you gonna do the same with those two?
I'm just gonna casually wander the town.
Are you gonna wander with them?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so
We just go through the post office.
yeah, so I guess you guys probably like wander up to like the south side of the first block.
Are we gonna get?
Oh, wait.
Are we gonna get
I
shanked?
wonder if something interesting's going to happen today.
Nothing. But as you walk down the street, you see a couple different shops and stuff. You see,
And one of them explodes.
yes, actually, how'd you know? One of the ones, so I'll just list them off that I have here. On the left side of the street, actually, no, I'll start with the right side of the street. On the right side of the street, you see Bunera Bakery, some weird rock shop called Kala's Cool Rocks, but
Oh,
I wanna
cool
go
is,
there.
cool is spelled with K, and Rocks has the K capitalized.
Can I buy a pet rock there?
You see
yeah,
a
I
shop
want a
called Enchantress Ella's, and at the end you see a shop called The Big Scoop. On
Wait,
the left
oh.
side of the street, you see Elisa's Sweet Treats, Fawnrose Fresh Produce, and here's a little bit something funny. You see Cello's Seafood Shack.
hold on. What was the name of the rock store again?
Kala's Cool Rocks. Kool.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Lowercase R-O
Let's
capital.
not go there.
Oh my god.
But you see on the left side of the street, you see Elisa's Sweet Treats, Fawnrose Fresh Produce, Salo's Seafood Shack, and a shop called Beachside Wonders.
Oh, Beachside Wonders.
You wanna go to... You see, all right. So Marlak, you're gonna go to Beachside Wonders.
Mhm.
It's at the end of the street on the left side, and as you wander in, you realize that this is just like a merchandise shop for Port Modia. And you see a whole bunch of shirts that say like Port Modia. I was at Port Modia. Port Modia is the
Portland.
best place on earth.
I'm gonna go.
Professional
I heart
beach
PM,
hunk.
like that kind of thing.
Is this? Hold on. Did you say I heart the DM?
I heart PM, Port Modia.
Oh, I thought you said I heart the DM.
Oh,
Subconscious.
Just to clarify, like the city is called Port Modia. It's not one word.
Portland.
Oh my god. I just opened the drawer on my computer desk and I just found Shrek the Third. Like, is this
Trash it. It's the worst.
just the CD to Shrek the Third?
The average person swallows 43 copies of Shrek 3 on DVD per year.
Shrek 2 is the best Shrek.
I don't need to hear
Shrek
this.
2 Electric Boogaloo.
So, and you see, more like also in the shop, you see like just like a bunch of merchandise stuff. You see like seashells and stuff,
I'm gonna buy a
like
rock.
jewelry, whatnot. You're gonna buy a rock?
Yeah.
That's not in this store.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Alright, that's your turn. Absol, what are you
Well,
doing?
that and I don't have money.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
I
money.
took all of it.
Absol, what are you gonna do?
Just gonna look around. I mean,
One thing catches your eye,
oh.
and it's Salo's Seafood Shack.
Ah!
You scream and run away.
Flop away.
Why are you so mean to me?
One thing you notice inside like the it has like the windows that you have, storefront windows, and you notice there's no merfolk that have been cooked. It's weird. It's almost like they don't cook sentient people.
I don't
They cook
care.
like, you know, fish.
Oh, are you saying that normal fish aren't sentient people? Is that it? First lizards aren't people, and now fish aren't?
Fish
there's,
can't
like-
feel pain.
There's like a couple like I'm making you go into the store. You cannot.
I don't
You see me, more like
No, you see like
care.
the co-founder of PETA.
no, like in the window before you run away, I guess. or whatever you decided to do. You see like crab and like seaweed wraps and stuff like that. But oddly enough, no cooked merfolk.
I don't care.
But Sebastian's gone. How is he gonna sing to us now?
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's a Little Mermaid reference, you fool.
You fool.
I don't care. So, Lynn, where are you gonna go?
I said I was gonna go to a restaurant,
Right.
I think.
So, I mean, I kind of... So, like, a lot of... Like, the Seafood Shack is here. That's kind of a restaurant. The others are more like, just like, here you can buy a snack for later, or you can buy produce that you can use to cook, or... there's an ice cream shop on the street, the Big Scoop.
Oh.
The big scoop.
Look, I was really tired. I was filling out this entire, 16-block city, buildings on all four sides of each of them.
I love it. I'm going to the ice cream place.
Is it better be, journalism themed.
Journal...
The Big Scoop!
This just in. Ice cream is cool. More at 11.
What?
You go to the counter, and the employee turns around and reveals he's Clark Kent.
You go to the
This
counter.
seems so familiar.
You go to the counter, and the guy behind the counter, he turns around with a very recognizable face. Very, very, thick, very large-jawed.
Oh
Very
my
strong-jawed.
god.
And he has, very handsome black hair. And does Clark Kent wear glasses?
Yes!
He has
That's
glasses.
the entire point!
He has glasses on. And he says, hi, my name is Clark. Can I take your order?
The next episode of Boisterous Fellows will air Wednesday, September 27th. Thank you.